Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about Sanji having a possible Conquerors Haki awakening. Let's go. Okay, so I was pondering the internet the other day and I came across Joy Boy's video on Sanji having a little bit of a problem with Big Mum still. And Joy Boy proposed that Zeph is most likely captured by Big Mum's, and she has a tendency to cut people's heads off and send them back to him, but he proposed in the video that she would bring Zeph over, and I thought I had a little bit of a brainwave because I was watching this at work on my break and I was like, I had to write it down, and I thought that is a very likely scenario. Because she's not only gone back to the cold, calculating Big Mum, so to speak, or so it seems, or what Joy Boy basically stated. And I have a little theory type speculation on what could possibly happen if this arose. Now, as we all know, Big Mum is heading to Wano, and it is most likely that she'll be bringing Zeph with him. But if we go with Joy Boy's actual speculation on that. So if she did bring Zeph to Wano to make an example of, like, this is what happens when you mess with a Yonko, you aren't going to get off this lightly. And to be honest, I kind of can see this happening because if you're a Yonko, I don't think you would take kindly to people coming into your territory, smashing everything to pieces and running away. It's you'd want to kill them or at least show them what will happen if you actually go against a Yonko. Because a Yonko compared to a 7 warlord or something or that other is kind of like whoop. The difference is major. Like the correlation between Usopp and Sanji, whereas Usopp wanted to actually save the Going Merry, but he knew deep down he couldn't, and Sanji went to Whole Cake Island basically to try and save Zeph's life. And we don't know the outcome of what actually has transpired, because Zeph could easily get captured. Like, he's in the East Blue, we know where he is. I'm pretty certain a Yonko would be able to find out where he is. If she was using him as a bargaining chip to get Sanji over to Whole Cake Island. If this does actually happen and Zeph comes to Wano with Big Mum, this is a really, really big deal, because at the end of the day, Zeph would be captured at that point, and most likely he would get executed. Much between the parallels of Ace and Luffy, Sanji would be in the place of Luffy, whereas Zeph would be in the place of Ace. Because a big powerhouse has hold of them and would have the ability to execute them. And this would cause immense stress. And what we saw in Marineford, Luffy awakened his Conquerors Haki, and that is just insane. And I'm kind of borderlining how Sanji could quite possibly, under extreme stress of being able to see Zeph nearly get executed or possibly get executed, he would awaken his Conqueror's Haki to much extent try and save Zeph. Now, I do think this could really happen, and I think I've just been thinking about it a lot and kind of been pondering on the idea on, like, if this really did happen, this would be insane, because then one of the monster trio will now be 2 of the monster trio that we would know that would have Conquerors Haki. And we do know that Rayleigh and Goldie Roger have Conquerors Haki, so why not like Sanji and Luffy and Zoro? We could go on to say that Rayleigh and Roger have Conquerors Haki, but everyone else in the Roger Pirates did not have Conquerors Haki. And I kind of disagree really badly, because we got other pirates from the Roger Pirates, and it kind of suggests that some of the higher tier members do have Conquerors Haki. Now, I'm not going to say that all the Straw Hats are going to awaken Conquerors Haki, because that's just ridiculous. But I would go on to say that I believe that the Monster Trio have been set up in such a way that all three of them could possibly have Conquerors Haki, and this could be a possible scenario in which Sanji could awaken his Conquerors Haki, because we never know, Zoro could have already awakened it, and we just don't know that yet. Being it Wano, and I want to see more, I really wouldn't mind this actually happening, even though I do love the character of Zeph, but I think this would be great character development that Sanji kind of really lacked a little bit in Whole Cake Island. It was a kind of weird arc. It wasn't my favourite, but it was a good arc, nonetheless. But I would go on to say that this would cap it off, so to speak, where Zeph is literally on the edge of dying, basically, and then Sanji just does a Luffy like in Marineford and awakens his Conquerors Haki. Now, obviously, this is pure speculation, so please tell me what you think in the comments down below, and tell me what you think on the idea, because I really think this could actually happen, but I think I've thought about it a bit too long, so I've gone a bit crazy. My hair kind of resembles the crazy. But that being the case, guys, I'll leave you with that thought. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which is going to be Saturday. Have a lovely rest of the day. Take it easy.